Hi everybody, Tosh here with Tactical Hyve. Dorr is joining me, and we're going to talk about the weapon systems that I like to run.
Hey guys, today's video is brought to us by Vetter Holsters. They're a big supporter of the channel. We use their stuff in our classes, both Force on Force and live fire. So go ahead and check out their website. We'll leave a link below, and let's get to the video. Okay, so we're back. Tosh, baby. The Armory of Tosh is known far and wide in naval special warfare. We're gonna dive into these samplings from, I believe, Desert Tech.
Yeah, Desert Tech.
Where are they out of?
They're out of Utah, and they're known for their precision rifles. So they make a Bullpup, bolt action rifle. I own one. It is, I didn't pay for it. It was a gift for my retirement. It is a super accurate weapon system, and I love it. And so I've got a good taste in my mouth for Desert Tech as far as their systems.
Yeah.
So
I got to use their stuff a little bit too. Our buddy Brendan, corn-fed type, he's a big supporter of their stuff. I've gotten to shoot some of his, but I have not these Bullpups. Well, tell me about these. All
right, so we got two different styles here. We have the side eject, which only at this point I think comes in 223 Wildy.
I think it's wild. I'm gonna go with wild.
I think it's Wildy.
Okay.
Well,
it's weird is what it is.
I don't really care.
All right, it's weird.
And then I went with the forward eject because the side eject does not come in 7.62 by 51.
Okay, so you started off with this one.
Yes.
And did you paint this yourself?
Yes, I did.
Because this is like some primo paint job. Like this seriously,
10 minutes.
Aside from the little bit of wear, like it looks like it came from the factory like this. And Desert Tech, I think maybe it should. So this is the 5.56 version. You had this one first?
Yes.
All right, and it's got pretty cool Ambi Controls on it. Left and right side charging handle. You can configure the ejection port on both sides, or is this a right side only?
You can convert it to being a left-handed shooter. So this system is completely ambidextrous. And the reason I like the side eject, for the range, you can fix any malfunctions and things like that. So the side eject is a little bit easier to work with as far as just, getting after it with the firearm, and any malfunctions it's easy to fix.
You got any issues with this thing?
Okay, so the downside to any gas piston system is they heat up quickly, especially if you're shooting a lot. So one of the things that with the original configuration when I got it, it came with a plastic foregrip, and that heated, and it's fairly narrow, and it holds the barrel. It doesn't touch the barrel, but it's close to the barrel, so that heats up also quicker. So I ended up going with the Black Label aluminum forward grip or forward heat shield, whatever.
Okay. And
that seems to have helped, and then I added some heat shields actually to the forward assembly there.
Okay, a little add-on, little custom work.
Yeah.
Now, do they come in different lengths?
Yeah, so there's I believe 11.5-inch barrel, which if it's an assault rifle if you put that on, but here's the configuration for that if you decide to go with that. A 16-inch barrel, I have an extender on it, and then a 20-inch barrel.
Okay.
So you can get, multiple lengths. Hopefully someday they come out with a 300 blackout version that I can convert that to 300 blackout, or I would even take 6.8 SBC. Right
on. How's the trigger on this thing? I know historically the big complaint on Bullpups was always that they always had terrible triggers.
So I'm a GI issue trigger guy, and to me, I can't tell the difference between that and a standard trigger.
Yeah, it's decent. It's got a nice break to it.
Right.
A little stiff.
It's a little stiff.
It's a little stiff, but it's okay. It's not a precision weapon.
No.
No.
So I'm not overly concerned about how easy the trigger is, all that stuff. I think it shoots fine. It's definitely not the Steyr.
Yeah, you think the Steyr was better?
No, the Steyr.
Worse?
Yeah,
the original.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Because I think back in the day you had the Steyrs, and then you had those L85.
Yeah.
I can't believe those things are still in existence, but those were pretty terrible.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, cool. So you bumped it up to the 7.62.
The reason I did that is because the converting from side eject to forward eject is a little bit more labor intensive, and I really wanted a multi-purpose medium range rifle system that's at least 1 minute of angle, and this system holds that pretty good. So
you painted this one as well?
Yeah, I did.
This one matches the holster. I noticed the craftsmanship on the paint jobs. So I noticed that kind of stuff.
Spray paint and cami netting does.
So you got the Night Force 10 power on here, tried and true with the hollow sun. Yeah. With the solar power recharger. Got a little net, ghillie net on there for shade. Tell me about this. What do you got here?
So this is, I'm getting old. Yeah. So this magnifies the turret so I can read it.
Oh, it does. I can read it from back here.
Right.
It's zeroed out.
Yeah.
As
it should be.
All right.
And I run that on there. And I put this on because this is what I'm going to use for hunting.
Okay.
You know, I have the conversion kit for 6.5 Creedmoor, so I'm still debating on which one I want to use. I know 6.5 Creedmoor is quite a bit more accurate, but I like the...
Yeah, I think the big takeaway is it's slightly lighter. So if you're doing that job where you got to carry a whole bunch of it. I mean, I used to carry, 45 pounds was a standard 7.62 load for a A-dub. You know, having 500 rounds of 6.5, probably, considerably lighter. There's that. And then it also, I think it flies a little flatter, which makes it a little easier to...
Yeah, it flies a lot flatter. Yeah. It's a more accurate round for sure. Yeah. But I still haven't made that conversion to 6.5, so I got this converted to 7.62 for now.
Does it come in any other calibers, just 6.5 and 308?
6.5, 308. There is an aftermarket where you can get different calibers, all kinds of different calibers for both of these systems.
And stuff like that.
Well, I haven't seen 6.8 SBC. I think they're doing 600, or 6 millimeter.
Oh yeah?
So
6 mil by what?
Just 6 millimeter.
Okay, I didn't know.
And then they got some Wildcat rounds. You can actually have barrels and bolts made for different calibers,
cool.
but it's not made by Desert Tech.
The coolest part about this one is this one's, it's a larger caliber. It's more of a rifle versus the smaller room entry PDW type. But this bipod, man, this thing is so cool. Can you take us through how this thing works? Yeah, this is the Mantis Bipod. You're going to pay a pretty price for it, and they're pretty proud of it. But it is a cool thing to add to your rifle. So this is a total add-on from a different company. Yes. Oh, I didn't know that. But Desert Tech sells them too. Okay. So because you can't even tell it's there. Right. That thing is so awesome. You don't have some ridiculous bipod. Right? Yeah. You just go ahead, pops right out. It's adjustable. Very nice. Yeah. So you just push the buttons up here, and just like that. All right. Yeah. Just turn straight up. I'm learning. They fall. I'm learning. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Pretty cool. What's this adjustment wheel right here? So they have an adjustment. Let me put this down. This adjustment wheel will control the cant. So if you want it tighter, wow, fully adjustable. Fully adjustable bipod that disappears when you don't need it. Outstanding. So is it a piston system? Yeah, it's a gas piston system. So like I said, it runs hotter because of that. I don't plan on shooting this weapon in that fashion. Mm-hmm. It's for hunting and shooting long, mid to long range. Yeah. With that 16-inch barrel. That's a 20-inch barrel. Oh, that's a 20-inch. Wow, look at that. I mean, the barrel stops down here. This is all just comp. Right. That's 20 inches. So why did I go with a bullpup? Yeah, so I want the barrel length. I want that velocity. So if you look at this is much shorter than your standard 16-inch. Yeah, M4. It looks like a 10-inch, but it's really 16 because it's it's all the way back behind the control group, the pistol grip assembly. And there's, it's hard to make an argument that isn't serious advantage for that. Especially with the smaller calibers, man. I don't think people fully grasp. I know I didn't start out in my career, just how detrimental that loss in velocity is, leaving the muzzle. Right. So, I carried EBR for one platoon overseas, and it was a beast. It was a big, heavy gun, but I wanted that 7.62. I actually took your EBR out on ops.
Yeah. It's a great gun. It's a big gun. So, man, if I would have had something like this, I would have been totally happy over there. And it's quite a bit lighter. It's still a weighty gun. Again, gas piston. They're just heavier for whatever reason.
It's centered though. It's the weight. It rides nice.
It's easy to carry. There's a little bit of a challenge for CQB as far as if you're a high ready guy. You have to really work with it, and you got to practice it. Low ready,
then just make that adjustment. You know,
you just got to train. I run Magpul mags, and I run the standard, GI issue metal mags on both of them. They don't seem to have a problem running those magazines. Desert Tech, really, their customer service is amazing. Any issues that I may have had as far as like just simple things like I've ordered and haven't come to me, they're on it, and they respond really well. So I haven't had any issues with them.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for taking us down, the Desert Tech road. These are kind of a boutique, niche weapon, but great company, and it's cool to see them up front. I can't wait to shoot them.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thanks for being here. Hope you like our video on the Desert Tech MDRX. This is a pretty cool gun. Definitely check them out. Tosh, thanks for being here as always.
Yeah, no problem. Man, hey, seriously, think about going with bullpups. If you want more accuracy and you want a longer barrel to get that velocity, it's the way to go, and Desert Tech's got it going on.
Right on. All right, guys, thanks for being here. If you like this video, go ahead and give us that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and we'll see you next time.